I get this sore throat and cold coming back. It's just a problem every time you get a small child in the house. Alright, video, let's get into this. So the video we're looking at is called Building Complete and Warm Survival Shelter, Bushcraft Earth Hut, Grass Roof and Fireplace with Clay. Had over 256 million views. Here we go. So just showing us some key moments from the video, so we get an idea of what we're going to be watching. It looks so small. It looks tiny. Oh, that's a decent meal. So many of these videos have this tiny little amount of food. It's like, what's that? Whereas this, at least that looked like a man-sized meal. You just know there's going to be some decent sized roots digging that ground out, all those trees around. And that's the thing, you just can't waterproof that unless you're using plastic. You're going to have water trickling out through all those roots when it's raining. The other difficulty he's facing here is building it in this really steep embankment. You cut down on some of your camera angles because you can't put your camera uphill looking down. Yeah, it's just, you can for a few shots, but not much. So you've got the sides, and then you've got right across the other side of this valley and zooming in. Why am I getting splinters? Doesn't seem like too steep a hole for that. It only looks like it's like that far in the ground. Wow, okay. Yeah, it's only like a couple of inches in the ground. Man, do I put my post in the ground too far or what? I'll sink mine in 400 mil, 450 mil at foot and a half. Alright, so it looks like it's going to go natural cordage here. When you put all the weight on it, you know, it hasn't lashed those poles on that much. But it's only to hold it until you get the rest of the structure together, and once you start putting weight on it, it locks everything in. So you don't need to do a huge amount of lashings. That being said, I always do. But and I'd be cutting steps in that, quick smart. So that'd suck climbing up and down that embankment all the time. You'd definitely want steps. Yeah, you definitely want steps. I like how he doesn't show it too long with going out and collecting all the resources. Like, he's obviously had to go out and collect all the wood for everything, but he's not doing extended clips of him collecting more and more wood. It's just like a couple of bits, comes back and he's got it all there. And the good thing of having the embankment that he's got, your entrance way into your shelter is going to be lower than your shelter, so there's no fear that water's going to run into your shelter through your doorway. And it's also a lot easier to drain all that mud and water and stuff out of your shelter when you've got that nice fall downhill from your shelter. Mud ball. I thought he was going to stack all those mud balls up and you just flatten them all out. It's just a way of carrying them back to the shelter in the form of balls of mud. Yeah, I'm not a fan of cutting wood on a rock. Like if you had a block of wood underneath there, so when he's when his axe goes through it, or your hatchet goes through the bit of kindling that he's cutting up, it's not slamming straight into a rock. It's going into a piece of wood. I saw him earlier, he had a tarp. When he first started it, he put a tarp over the top of his framework to stop rainwater or whatever getting into it. I don't know why he didn't use that tarp on this. Maybe he just wanted it all primitive. I would have thought if you're going to have that tarp and show it in the initial stages, then why not use it to waterproof your roof? I'm guessing this is his doorway. Interesting that he didn't make his doorway to start with. You know, I normally start with the doorway, and that's my entrance in and out of the build. Wonder how he's going to waterproof that hatch in the roof. Or if rain's just going to be allowed to come straight in through it, and it'll help get the smoke out of the shelter. Hobbit home. Hope he shows us like a full interior shot. It'd be good to see how big it is inside. It looks so tiny. Then remove his seeds. Yeah, a couple of those and you'd be laughing. Yeah, I'm hungry. Seems to have a decent headroom in there. Okay, tiny but functional. It had everything in it you needed. Bed, I couldn't really see how big that bed was, just because it's too hard to get inside of a tiny shelter to film. Yeah, that hatch in the roof, it is over his doorway. It's not like it's going to be dripping water straight down on your bed area. The video itself, yeah, I like the pacing. It was good that he didn't linger too much. There was a couple of clips in there where it stayed on longer than all the others, but it's had 256 million views. So yeah, obviously people enjoy watching it. I think we could have done without that trail cam footage at the end. I think it just sort of slowed the pacing down too much. It was good until then. It just going through nicely. Yeah, I like the video. If you like this guy's channel, then let me know in the comments. Any other channels or videos that you think I should check out. Tell me who you like. What channels are you really enjoy watching? Let me know. Until next time, thanks for watching. Catches.